this is kind of year, I was talking about shop here.
This is kind of year, eh? I'm talking about this is kind of year, this is kind of year.
Come on, roots.
Welcome back to MyView TV, the people's platform, the home of undiluted news, reviews, updates, and your daily dose of entertainment. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, like, share, and subscribe.
I don't bring nobody forward in your cheer for me. Everything what you see up my natural talent. Let me tell you something. You see, when you know what to please the audience with, it's simple, me.
For the people them who can read for those who can read, listen. Come and put together one little thing for you right now. So they're supposed to focus on the energy. In my control, my actions, my response, my values, my goals, my boundary, my beliefs, my choice, my perspective, what I take responsible for, what I focus on, how I spend my free time, how I engage in my influence, my health, my well-being, my friendship, my relationship, my reputation, certain aspect of my future, my family, dynamics, work environment, my finances, what I vote. Not in my control. The past, my memories, regrets, others' feelings, others' thoughts, others' words, others' beliefs, others' behavior, others' response. Foreign politics, natural disaster, aging, loss, illness, the future, the weather. So guess what? Focus your energy on what's within your control. Let go of what's outside your control. Alright? Wagwan, my people. Hope everybody doing okay. Hope everybody doing alright. Give thanks to life for the gathering. Crocus bag of things are going. The police them go on the road and lick some shot. Some bird paper reaching quick and fast. It's like the people them still not gonna wait on the people them for dead, me I tell you. So right when a Rocky Point in a Clarendonish part, 3 people get shot and 2 dead. Fish vendor Norma Spence, she's 60-year-old. And her daughter, we just do her ear. Kerry and Scott, 41-year-old. At about 8:45 p.m., the woman and the man were at a bar in Rocky Point when 3 gunmen pounce upon them, you understand, and fire one only per shot. Mother and daughter dead, man in a hospital. I get treatment. You know, look like him I go dead still, but if him dead, me I go come back, come tell Uno. Remember me telling you, say walking bank, dead down at St. Mary. Them also call him Turbo. I get him come from in the people. My 32-year-old and correct name is Kemoy Finley. The people them say my view one big party promoter this in my view. You understand? They lick up some shot in him and thief in vehicle and gone. Me say for real? Them say yes, my view. If vehicle where music carry around people got a party and the vehicle people normally call him and give him a charter. In dead my view. So me say me no know say in dead man, I have the picture of me in van back. Lie down, thief. Can't move. Anthony them say my view. We investigate that the one anything you can't tell we. Me I beg you do it place and thanks. Me say me have nothing to tell Uno. You understand? Go and go do no work on yourself. Moving along and go right round the road now. I give people them some more news because Crocus bag of things still are going. You remember that car up on the screen? Can you believe it? Right over Panishton Hospital car did there no people. Carlton, Rainford. We come from up at Kingsland. I feel him body in the car. Feel him body in the car, people. Carlton dead. Carlton dead. Carlton dead. Yesterday also when they tell us the car alright. Man stab him up and kill him. Don't it? Can you believe it, say? I never him alone get stabbed. You know, so when him a get him stab them, 2 man decide say, yo, them a go park the fight. Them pick up stab too. So them up hospital and nurse for them stab wounds while the car dead. That's why I'm in a part. That's why I ain't a part. No fight. I tell you the truth. Look how the man could lose him 3 points because him say foolish and go on and decide say, yo, him want to go help. Me never did help. Me I tell you the truth. Moving along now. More news. A 35-year-old farmer from down at St. Elizabeth, from here, St. Elizabeth, a year farmer, me only know say how foolish this him farm. Dead him supposed to dead. But guess what? The police them charge him. After this, a boy, I know, pop out him gun off our man last year in August. Keniga Campbell, same name, he come from Slipe District. He was held on Saturday and later charged with assaulted common law and possession of a prohibited weapon, a police statement said on Sunday. The police them say August 22nd to be exact. Campbell and a man was involved in a dispute and they were cuss. And because Campbell couldn't win the cussing, Campbell take out him gun. Papa for the man, people. You understand, the man organization going to tell the police them. And boom, the idiot police them for them kill this boy. Then charge him. Dead, them should have dead. So what I said, and I mean what I said. You know me already. I know take it back. Hey, people, one more boy dead and the people them in the yard that tell lie for me about my friend. No. That is far from the truth. Him is a gunman in a real life. Him come from right on a Dunkirk. Effin Clark him name. See me? You know how long him did for dead? After the people, the police them give him bail in and the boy come out and kill one eye Lisa, you know. You feel like one eye Lisa the Isle wait for you because I say she a criminal too, you know. Well, the police them say early this morning at about 3 a.m. Them are effing in a confrontation and I don't want a soul come tell me say my view. You know, say effing never have him gun for him right up a land lease. He never have him gun in a my view lie. The police never tell for him. Why him never have him gun? Why is it that Effin never have him gun? Effin should always have him gun. Remember, say 20 them dead, you know. 20 them when they want borrow him gun and thief it, police them kill 20. I mean, they tell no that guy already, you understand? So why Effin not have gun and he knows him a gunman? Think the police them a listen to me and always a walk with one because when them boy like you, then just put it on. Then just put it on you. You deserve one Effin. You understand? A long time if you dead. And not just now. And wait now, people. Oh, no, come here.
Detective Corporal today rejected claims that he forced one of the prosecution's key witnesses to fabricate a statement against Tesha Miller and his 24 co-accused. He also denied allegations that he is attempting to mislead the court about how a March 5, 2023 incident in Spanish Town occurred.
The allegations were raised by defense attorney Paul Gentles during cross-examination of the police witness. Mr. Gentles accused the detective corporal of forcing the prosecution's witness to cooperate in exchange for his life. Earlier in the proceedings, Mr. Gentles suggested that the detective had spoken with the witness after he murdered one of his friends. The detective corporal rejected that claim. According to Mr. Gentles, the witness provided false information, including attaching faces, aliases, and names of the defendants in an effort to help the detective clear unsolved cases in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. The prosecution objected, arguing that the police witness had not given any evidence regarding cases. Justice Dale Palmer agreed, but said Mr. Gentles was entitled to advance his case. In response, the detective corporal denied all allegations, insisting that he did not threaten or communicate with the witness at any time. The detective also rejected a suggestion from Mr. Gentles that he shot and killed the deceased while his hands were raised, resulting in an exit wound under the armpit, stating that he is not a pathologist. Mr. Gentles maintained that the deceased could not have sustained armpit injury unless his hands were raised above his head. The prosecution objected. Justice Palmer intervened, adding that the question invited the witness to speculate on what could or what could not have occurred. The detective corporal further rejected claims that he murdered the deceased in cold blood, asking Mr. Gentles whether he was accusing him of murder. He also denied firing shots in the deceased's direction, maintaining that only 2 shots were fired. Additionally, the officer denied allegations that he planted a firearm at the crime scene and transferred the deceased DNA and fingerprints onto the weapon. He also rejected claims that he and other officers threatened to kill Bjorn Thomas. Meanwhile, during cross-examination from attorney representing 3 of the defendants, Kimberly Whitaker asked if he knew the term planting a firearm at a crime scene. The witness said the term had no meaning to him.
The witness confirmed that he is still under investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, in relation to the fatal shooting. He also acknowledged that he was charged for corruption in an unrelated matter in 2018. Whitaker questioned the witness about how many fatal shootings he's been involved in. The detective corporal stated that the number was more than 10 but less than 20, adding that he could not recall the exact figure. When asked about the practice of planting firearms at crime scenes, the witness appeared to be a bit feisty in his response. Whitaker asked, "Do you understand the term planting of a gun?" The witness responded, "It's simple, you plant seed. I don't know if a gun can be a seed to be planted. You used the word plant." The judge intervened, after which the witness said the term had no meaning to him. Whitaker pressed, "You are aware of the illegal and unethical practice of placing a firearm at a crime scene in order to fabricate evidence?" The witness responded, "No." Despite repeated accusations that he was lying to protect his reputation and conspiring with others to justify the killing, the witness consistently responded, "I disagree with you." Court proceedings resumed on Monday after all 25 defendants underwent medical assessment following last week's health scare. 2 accused, including Travis Drummond, received medication, while further medical tests, including an X-ray, are to be conducted. Face masks were distributed to all defendants and others in attendance at court. The trial will resume tomorrow, Tuesday, at 10 a.m.
Ask Weldy and him friend them one question. A road no want come? Really and truly want come a road? Mr. Judge, let them out there. Same thing they have put on for them. Let out all of them. I guarantee you before the end of the year, all of them dead. Let them out. Since you don't want to come a road, come dead. Because come like couldn't see Wagwan a road. Let them out now, please, and thanks.
Hi, good evening everyone. I don't usually do videos, but this is a very serious topic. This is my daughter Tareya. She's now 22 years old. She went on holiday for a week with her friend to Jamaica back in October 2024. So this is the girls. This is Genevieve, Tareya's friend. They've been friends for about 8 years. She asked Tareya if she wanted to go to Jamaica for a week because her boyfriend was out there. I tried to encourage her not to go, because she'd never been on holiday by herself, but she was turning 21, so there's only so much she's going to listen to her mum about. So on the 13th of October, they went to Jamaica. I tried to encourage Tareya to get her own accommodation because she didn't know these boys from nowhere. This was Genevieve's boyfriend of 2 years. She'd been dating this boy, supposedly from Milton Keynes, for 2 years. She was told his name was Tony. Now again, I told my daughter to get her own accommodation, but she wouldn't listen. This is supposed to be Tony. But his name's not Tony. His name is Uriah Gordon. And this is his Jamaican cousin, LeJean, we think. So again, this is Uriah Gordon, or should we say Tony, as the girls knew him as. Now Jenny was seeing this boy for 2 years. Imagine, 2 years. So Uriah paid for Jenny's ticket because obviously she thought it was a boyfriend. And I paid for Tareya's ticket because she was turning 21. So this is where it all began. They went to Jamaica, 13th of October. The boys picked them up from the airport and took them to St. Mary, where they had this prestigious Airbnb. I'm talking jacuzzi, swimming pool, everything. I'm still trying to tell my daughter, get your own Airbnb. She's like, Mum, it's fine. And obviously because, the artist TJ, he was doing a music video next door, the guy that does Drift. So she's not going to listen to her mum, is she? But I still tried to encourage it, but she did her own thing. So, obviously the next day they're settling in. The boys have taken them everywhere. Duns River, YS Falls, everywhere. Rafting, where you get the rub down and everything. They did everything, took them everywhere. Fancy meals, everything you can think of. But they had an agenda. So let's fast forward to the last day. Bearing in mind they went for 1 week. Before my daughter went to Jamaica, I spoke to her clearly and I told her, do not be carrying nothing from Jamaica. Don't even think about it. Anyway, Jenny's boyfriend, 2 years. He's saying to her, oh, will you bring these trainers back for my cousin? So Tareya said no, but they pulled on her heartstrings. So obviously she agreed in the end. So Jenny had 5 pairs and Terea had 3 pairs. So this is where the nightmare began. The boys dropped the girls to the airport. They've gone into the airport. They've not gone from no security, no sniffer dogs. All they've done is gone into the two-way line. So they got pulled out of the line after not being through no security, no sniffer dogs. Remember what I just said to you. And they've asked for the passports. So obviously they're a bit shocked what's going on here. The officers have opened up the suitcases and then pulled out the probe, picked up a pair of shoes and obviously swabbed it. And it's come back positive for what? You know what? I don't need to say it on here and get banned. Anyway, the girls were taken into custody. They were held at the Cambridge police station in St James, Montego Bay. Then at about 11:30 that night, I got a phone call from the British Embassy. I thought I was going to die. Anyway, I flew out there about 4 days later, and it took me 19 days to get my daughter out of jail. She was in jail for 19 days. The conditions of the jail were horrendous, as you can imagine. Concrete floor, full of women in the same predicament. While they were in jail, I provided food, water, pads, anything that I was allowed to send in. On the 8th of November, Terea was released. So I bailed her out. The only reason she got out was because my father is Jamaican. So now the girls are on bail. The first court hearing was, I think it was the 18th of December. In total, these girls went to court 11 times. This is how long this was prolonged. It was just a long, unnecessary experience. Sometimes my daughter's lawyer didn't turn up, many times. Sometimes Jenny's lawyer didn't turn up. Jenny didn't turn up one time. So it was just long. So the girls have been in Jamaica for a total of 16 months. Bearing in mind they had the serious hurricane. While my daughter's obviously been out there, she's met a boy. You know, she's been there for 16 months. Sometimes there's no electric, no current, maybe nothing to do. She met a boy and she got pregnant. So obviously this is not the right timing at all. It's not the right time to be having a baby. Not in these conditions and not in... There's a serious court case going on, but you know. So fast forward, October 2025. My daughter's in slow labour. In the hospital, but the hospital is about to be destroyed by this serious hurricane. So she's sent back in the slow labour. So she said she's survived the hurricane, the eye of the storm, she's got the footage and everything. Then 3 days later, she gives birth to her baby, beautiful baby, in a taxi. No pain relief, no nothing. So a beautiful, healthy baby girl. My daughter's healthy. Everything's fine. They've had to go back to Black River, that the worst place hit with a hurricane, were one of them. No electricity, no water. There's still no electricity to this day. So let's fast forward now. January 2026. I'm feeling a bit positive. They've gone into court. They got found guilty. As a family, we're absolutely devastated. You can't imagine how I feel as a mother. And these girls was not represented properly at all. We've got so much evidence that was not presented in court. I mean, where's the proceeds of crime? Where's the phone records? Where's the bank statements? And also, someone used my daughter's phone while she was in custody and rang a British number. So to me, that sounds like they were the scapegoats while the real shipment went through. Corruption at its finest. So the next court hearing is early March for sentencing. We've been advised that these girls are looking a minimum of 6 years. A minimum of 6 years for something they've not done. 6 years. So obviously I want to provide a barrister from England to take over to Jamaica because we need to appeal with all the evidence that we've got. So the girls were not represented properly in court. They did not get a fair trial. There was no jury. So I've got a barrister at this side that has looked at the evidence and she can see and she's ready to come over and do the appeal. This is clearly some kind of setup and it's clearly something that happens often with young girls. As a mother, I want to get this out there to show women that you've got to really talk to your daughters. I'm talking seriously, not just on a small level, on a deep level, because this sounds like some new romance scam. I cannot sit back and watch my daughter go to jail for something she's not done. This has been the hardest 16 months of my life already. And bearing in mind, now she's got a baby. The barrister has to come over to clear my daughter's name, clear both the girls' names. This is a setup. So we're doing this fundraiser because we need to obviously provide legal assistance in Jamaica because we can't rely on the lawyers that these girls have had. They've taken the money and not done a good job. And now they're looking 6 years. This can't happen. I cannot sit back and watch this happen. My middle daughter has not seen her sister in 16 months. I can't. It's been so much heartache, so much pain. I refuse to allow this to happen. I'm not going to allow this to happen. I'm going to fight. I cannot sit back and allow my daughter to go to jail for something she's not done. My heart can't take it. The pain that I've been through, I can't explain it, guys. But what I need you to do is, I need this to go viral. I need to share. You need to share. We need to get to media. I just need your help. Like, comment, repost, boost, everything we can do to get traction on this. We need people to see this, because this can't happen to another girl. There's other girls reaching out to me in my DMs that are saying the same thing happened to them. They didn't go through no security. The same thing. We have to stop this from happening to our daughters. We have to stop these boys from taking advantage of our daughters. And to these horrible little boys that are grooming these girls, destroying families, I'm telling you now, you think there's no God? He's coming for you.
Thanks for watching. This was a MyView TV production. Remember to share, like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, tell a friend for tell a friend, and remember, it never bring nobody forward for cheer for him. Walk good.